What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the stream. Like right when I clicked to go live, I got a text from my I got the hiccups too. Son of a bitch. Right before I go stream, I get hiccups. Pretty awesome, huh? Pretty great. Anyway, right before I clicked live, I got a text from my brother-in-law, and my sister gave birth like 10 minutes ago. Exciting, man. I'm once again an uncle. It's exciting stuff. Like, little niece. Now I have... Oh, damn it. I keep getting these hiccups. Perfect timing, right? What's the trick to get rid of them? Nothing. Nothing. So, yeah. I have two sisters, and now I have two nieces and two nephews. Pretty exciting. I wish I didn't have these hiccups so I could actually talk. But, oh, I drink a ton of water, man. I drink 3 32-ounce Nalgene. I measure it per day. I am one hydrated son of a bitch. So, yeah. I guess ignore the hiccups for now. But yeah, it's exciting, man. Just the potential and just new life and new adventures and new excitement and, so, yeah, it's exciting. It's very exciting. I can't wait to meet her. I can't wait for my daughter to meet her, too. I hope they, my brother-in-law, Christopher, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support, man. I greatly appreciate that. Give me one sec. I really hope that my daughter and my sister's kids can kind of grow up together. Man, these hiccups are fucking annoying. But my brother-in-law's in the Coast Guard, and he's a pilot in the Coast Guard, so... You know, he's in Corpus right now for the final leg of his training, and then he'll either be stationed at 4 different places. God. Fuck. I'm just going to roll with it. So hopefully, you know, we'll be able to have them grow up together. But unfortunately, there's no duty stations in Jacksonville for what he flies, which is a bummer. All right. Christopher, I appreciate that super chat, man, and I appreciate the patience this afternoon and dealing with the hiccups. Somebody count how many times I hiccup on the stream. Well, don't do that. Don't do that. It'd be the biggest waste of time of your life. Christopher, thank you so much once again, man. I love your videos, man. What are your thoughts on the sequels? I like them, but not everyone does. Thanks. Anyway, Greedo, god damn it. Alright, I'm not going to acknowledge the hiccups anymore going forward. Just deal with them like I am, I suppose. I'm a big fan of the sequel trilogy. You know, I've never been a big fan of the prequel trilogy. So I feel like me and a lot of my friends that are in the same generation as me and the same group of friends that I have who grew up with the original trilogy and didn't really care for the prequel trilogy, we all kind of have this sense that Star Wars is back to kind of its original state and the fun that it used to be. I understand why people don't like it because I grew up in the era where people didn't like the prequels, right? I grew up in that era. I was 13 when The Phantom Menace came out. I remember going to comic book shops and hearing people complain about them and all that kind of stuff. So I feel what people are feeling right now. I felt that before. You know what I mean? That kind of sense of disappointment. I get it, but I don't... I get it from that perspective, but I don't agree with it. Let's just say that. I don't understand it. Let's just put it that way, I suppose. I like the sequel trilogy. With The Last Jedi, as I've said many times, you know, The Last Jedi has some of my favorite scenes in the entire Star Wars saga, and it has some of my least favorite scenes in the entire Star Wars saga. So I definitely like it more than I dislike it, but that's kind of a good way that I can kind of think about that movie. Some of my favorite Star Wars scenes are in that movie. Some of my least favorite Star Wars scenes are in that movie. So yeah, overall, I've really enjoyed what they've done with it. I think they've done a good job. Like even before The Force Awakens came out, years before The Force Awakens came out, when they announced new Star Wars movies, my first reaction, my first thought, and I made videos about this, was, god damn it, was that I hope they use the original cast sparingly, and I hope they give it to a new generation. I said those words countless times in the early days of this channel, and I've been pleased with that. It could have just been a nostalgia fest, and there are parts that are a little too nostalgia-y for me, like, look, hey, here's this character, remember this, remember that, remember this line, remember that, remember that. A little bit too much of that sometimes, but overall they've used it sparingly, and they've done a good job kind of revitalizing it for a new generation. So that's my overall just bullet point thoughts on the sequel trilogy, Christopher. But I appreciate that support today, man, and I wish everybody liked everything, but look, I mean, Star Wars, I've said it before, Star Wars is a generational thing. You got people who love the original trilogy and hate the prequel trilogy. We have people now that love the prequel trilogy and don't really care for the original trilogy and hate the sequel trilogy, and there's countless variants to those loves and hates out there, and all we can do is kind of ride the wave and see what comes next, right? And as I've said also, when the sequel trilogy kids grow up and have a voice on the internet, they will be defending their Star Wars movies like I have seen the prequel era generation grow up and defend theirs on the internet. So no doubt in the future it will be the same. But Christopher, I appreciate that, man. And AT chat, thank you for the super chat and channel support as well. Tip money for hiccups. So I appreciate that. I wish there was some kind of like that was a loud one. I wish there was some kind of like I don't know, smoothie I could drink to instantly get rid of hiccups. I'm surprised something like that does not exist, but I guess it's not a very serious thing whatsoever. And please put your time and effort into medical medicine that is actually worth a shit. But I appreciate that, AT, and I hope you're having a good one. Dude, I have real nice headphones on as a mix, and the hiccups are hilarious. Nice. I hope they're going with the beat of a song that you're listening to. What's your favorite cocktail? Neon Rot. What's up, Neon? Good to see you, man. My favorite cocktail? I usually don't get cocktails, but if I do, I usually go for a whiskey sour. I like whiskey. I like whiskey, and I like scotch. So if I'm drinking liquor, I usually don't go for mixed drinks. I usually drink scotch on the rocks. Whoa, look at all those droidicas. I usually go for like scotch on the rocks or whiskey on the rocks. But yeah, if I do get a mixed drink, it's usually just a whiskey sour or something like that. And Carter Lovejoy, thank you for the super chat and channel support this afternoon, man. I greatly appreciate that. Oh, damn it. Carter says, taking shots every time you hiccup. Oh, my goodness. Don't do that. You would destroy your liver, and you'd probably already be completely gone. So please don't do that. Golly, every time I open my mouth, man. The hiccup stream. What's surprising, man, is that, you know, I've only been streaming for what? Year and a half, or 2 years, 2.5 years or so, I think. Like, I've been streaming a lot. And it's very surprising in those 2+ years that I've never had an instance like this. It literally just started as soon as I clicked start stream. But I appreciate that, Carter. 501st Spanish Garrison member salutes you. Nice. Florida Garrison member salutes you right back, man. I haven't trooped in 2 years, so it's been a while. Yeah, I've tried the droidica out. Yep. It's fun. I just suck with it. I find that I'm absolutely dog shit at playing with the droidica. Let's get Obi-Wan. Desmore Quinn Reviews, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support this afternoon, man. I greatly appreciate that. The silent support coming in. Let's get some K2 and Dr. Bird Q. Nice, we're forming up a squad here, I suppose. Desmore Quinn Reviews, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. I greatly appreciate that. Hiccup. And that silent support means the world, man. Thank you so much. I hope you're having a good one. Hackenspock, thank you for the super chat and channel support as well. Came back from Galaxy's Edge. It was a magical experience. I purposely dodged some parts for next visit. Did you watch someone build a saber? No. Well, first of all, I'm glad you had fun, man. When I was there, I had an absolute blast. It exceeded my expectations. I thought they did an amazing job bringing like a living, breathing world to life. It was certainly magical, and what made it more magical was like, you know, I have a daughter, obviously. I talk about her all the time. But seeing other kids, like, get so excited to see these characters, and even stormtroopers walking down the street and, like, looking at droids and spaceships and all that kind of stuff. That's what it's all about, man. And to see that just turns up the dial of the whole magical wheel to 10, for sure. And Hackenspock, no, I did not watch anybody build a saber. I haven't seen any footage of it either. I know there's a lot of videos and whatnot out there of people doing it. I believe Star Wars Explained even captured the moment. I have not watched their video on it, though. So, no, I don't really know how that all works. I have heard that building the lightsaber is more about the experience than even getting the lightsaber. That's at least what I've heard. So maybe one day, you know, maybe one day when my daughter's older, she'll want to do something like that, which obviously I would be 100% for. It's pretty pricey though, right? $200. I mean, I guess it's well, I guess it's not too bad considering a lot of the replicas that you can buy are more than that, you know, online. So it's not too bad to have an experience attached with it rather than just coming USPS in a brown sack. A sack. But yeah. Can't believe these hiccups. Uh-oh. Come on, Maul. Oh, bummer. But Hacken, I appreciate that support this afternoon, and I'm glad you had fun, man. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself.
Allied reinforcements have arrived.
But that's interesting that you purposefully dodged some parts for the next visit. I had a slotted time of 4 hours in the park. I didn't use those 4 hours. I was probably in there for 2.5 hours, and yeah, unless I did like the cantina, which I didn't get a reservation for it, and unless I did the lightsaber crafting, I think it probably would have gone to 4 hours. But you know, I kind of just rode the ride twice, moseyed around, bought a Chewbacca plush for my kid, and just took it all in. Had some blue milk, had some lunch. So yeah, whoa, I'm not doing good. K2's killing it.
One's gonna kill me.
Psychotic, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support, man. I greatly appreciate that. Since when have you had a daughter? LOL. Yeah, I know. I talk about her all. Wait till you guys have some kids, man. That's all you'll talk about. It's all you'll think about. It's all you'll dream about. It's all you'll worry about. It's all you'll get excited about. It's all all your hopes and wishes and dreams will pour into this kid, and you'll worry yourself sick, and you'll excite yourself silly, and it's a lot of fun, man. But yeah, if anybody ever told me I talk about her too much, I would just roll my eyes and go like, okay, dude. The hiccup stream. That's what I should have called this. But I appreciate that support this month, Psychotic. That'll be a good grenade. Nope. Didn't hurt anybody. Anakin took care of them all. Whoa. Oh, yikes. Alright, let's try an ARC Trooper. I suck so bad with reinforcements. I don't use them strategically like I should. I'll just keep spawning on K2 because he's just destroying everybody. I don't even, honestly, I don't even know if I know what the... Damn it. I spawned right in the middle of 2 droidicas. Love it. Oh, bummer. There we go. Nice. Tuke17, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support this afternoon, man. Hook up. Tuke, I appreciate that support. One sec, let me... There we go, boom. Ouch. I don't even know what their these abilities do. Grenade, do I have to... Oh, I do detonate that. Okay, cool. Cool, it looked like I blew up my own guy. Tuke, thank you once again, man. Take $5 for the kick-ass video you put out this morning. Very well done. It's not a lightsaber. Nice. I'm glad you liked it, man. I had a lot of fun making that. If you guys haven't watched it yet, it's a really... I love making those kind of videos. The history of the franchise and the behind-the-scenes stuff. And that video was just a lot of fun to make because, obviously, you know, I'm a sucker for... kind of, as I call it, hopping in the time machine and seeing reactions from the past and reviews from the past, and I just love doing that kind of stuff. But I'm glad you enjoyed it, and I had fun with the. I got a sponsorship. I don't really do sponsorships very often. I never seek them out, but I was like, you know what? Why not? Why not? So I sought one out, and I immediately got a response back, and I was like, awesome. This is going to be a fun partnership, and with Dollar Shave Club, and. I didn't want to just read from their copy. I didn't want to just read from the script and all that kind of stuff. So they gave me a lot of freedom to kind of make something a little sillier than they're probably used to. And I had a lot of fun doing it. So yeah, if you guys are curious what critics were saying about Star Wars in 1977 when it first came out, the first viewings, check out the video that I just uploaded, like what, 45 minutes ago or so. But I appreciate that, too. Thank you so much, man, for the support this afternoon. Damn. It's not a lightsaber. It's a force beam. Stop calling it a lightsaber. It's a force beam. I consulted with my lawyers, and it's okay to call it a force beam and make it look exactly like a lightsaber. It's a force beam. I'm sure lightsabers are even from something, right? I would think so. Whee! I'm sure Star Wars was not the first time a light sword, a laser sword, was introduced into science fiction. I'd be very surprised to find out that it was. Nice.
Don't get up on my account.
All right, who's with me? Should I follow a clone or follow Anakin and Yoda? Woo! Thank you, Anakin. You saved my skin. What is a force beam? You'll have to watch my latest video, man. You'll see. It's near the end.
Our forces have taken a command post. What's this? Watch out.
Whoa, yikes. Tuke17, once again, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support, man. I greatly appreciate that. The Dollar Shave Club ad was fantastic as well. Okay, lots of breaking news during the morning show. It's nap time. Have a good stream. Well, I appreciate that support this afternoon, man, and wish you could stick around, but, you know, work calls, and you got an important job there. Bringing the information to the people. What's all the breaking news? I'm curious. debate stuff, sports stuff. I'm curious. But I appreciate that, man. Yeah, like I said, I had fun with that ad, and they were cool enough to let me do something a little silly and a little fun, and I told them that I wear a Stormtrooper helmet, and they were completely fine with, like, me making a silly skit at the beginning and then showing my grooming routine in my helmet, which that is my grooming routine, but I don't normally wear a helmet. So, this is kind of neat, but I appreciate that, man. And Ryan Harp, thank you for the super chat and channel support as well. I'll take 10 unlicensed. Oh, one sec. Let me spawn on K2. Come on. There we go. He's right here. Nice. Ryan Harp, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support as well. I greatly appreciate that, man. I'll take 10 of the unlicensed Star Wars metal minifigures, 3 Death Invader masks, and a lightsaber. Force beam, please. Take my money. Yeah, I got a real kick. I went through like 15 issues of Starlog magazine, and as I was flipping through them, because all the Starlog magazines are archived online. If you guys ever want to look at old magazines, old science fiction magazines, like Starlog is just probably the biggest of all time, you can. They're all archived online. And I flip through them all the time just out of curiosity, even when I'm not making a video about the subject. I just really enjoy looking at old articles of the past, talking about Star Trek, Star Wars, you name it, because they always give good insight. There's a cover, a Starlog cover, all about and a article written in that issue, all about the Star Wars Holiday Special before it came out. There's like a preview for the Holiday Special, so I might make a video about that. And as I flip through them often, I'll see those advertisements for like unlicensed Star Wars stuff, and it's always hilarious to me. But yeah. But I appreciate that, Ryan. I love the Space Wars advertisement. 3 Death Invader masks. And a Space Trooper mask. I love it. Do you own a life-size E11 blaster TK5763? I do. It's actually sitting on my desk right now because I used it from the video, the advertisement in the video that I uploaded today. And not only that, I do have an E11 replica that's kind of a resin mold that I sanded and kind of made myself. And it worked. It's awesome. It's awesome. Very lifelike. Very lifelike. And I also have a full set of A New Hope Stormtrooper armor, which you can see. I'll bring up a picture. How about that? You can see in this picture. I have a lot of other pictures, but this is just the most easily accessible right now. There's me in my Stormtrooper armor digging through the fridge. Yeah, that's my full set of A New Hope screen-accurate stunt Stormtrooper armor. Love it. It was just, you know, I've always said that I'm not much of a collector. I don't really buy Star Wars merchandise, or any merchandise for that matter. I usually, I don't really spend money on much, I don't know, other than trips and experiences, you know. But it was a lifelong dream to own and be able to wear a full set of Stormtrooper armor. A lifelong dream. A complete lifelong dream. And, back in what, like 2012, I made it come true. I think it was 2012 when I first bought it and built it. And I love it. I haven't put it on in a while, just because, you know, I mean, I can put it on myself. It's a little aggravating. I need somebody to kind of like help me buckle shoulders and stuff like that. And to use it for minor videos, it's a little more of a pain than it's worth. But sometimes when I do skits, or when I used to do a lot of charity events in the Stormtrooper armor, I haven't done one of those in 2 years or so. But it's fun to have for sure. Yeah, feel free, Makatsi. Are you on right now? Yeah. There you go. How does K2 get Anakin every single time? It's crazy. Maybe he waits Waits for Anakin to pop up. Will your new office be filled more than your old one? Filled, you know, I'm going to try to keep it as minimal as I possibly can. I still like kind of having a very clean... It's hard to explain, but whenever I go into my office, I like to have it kind of picked up and clean, and I like a very minimalist kind of style to everything. Some ambient lights. The way I describe it is I like to walk into my office and think I'm going into a spaceship. So will it be more full? It probably won't be more full. I'll say this, it's probably twice as big as my old office. There's more room, but more room does not equal, in my mind, more stuff. It just equals more space, less clutter. So I'll probably keep it about the same. I do have a poster that came, not a poster, it's like a print that came in the mail yesterday. I ordered a really neat solar system kind of map. Very minimal, so I'll have to take a picture of it, but it's a really neat website where you can plug in a date and a time, and based off of the date and the time that you give, they print out a kind of a map of the solar system, where the planets were and where the moon was based off of the date and time that you gave. So I plugged in my daughter's birthday and the time she was born, and it spits out a kind of a schematic, a map of our solar system based on that date. And I got it printed out on a 12 by 18. It's really sleek looking, and I'm gonna put that in my office. So that's gonna go up there. I'm probably gonna get some shelves with like maybe I like really small shelves. Like, I don't know, 4 by 6 shelves, like really small, where you can only fit like one thing on it. I might do 3 of those, patterned out really nice around some stuff. But other than that, I really don't plan on, because I mean, you guys probably saw my office before I changed it maybe a year and a half ago. It was just a mishmash, a clusterfuck of all sorts of stuff on the wall. No pattern to it, no organization to it. And then I changed it, and I've been pleased with it ever since. So I'm going to try to keep it around that kind of same kind of style, you know. But yeah. Mad Dog, no, I haven't checked it out yet. When was that? So my here's the house story again. Me and my wife are building a new house. For those of you who don't know, if you know this, I'm a broken record at this point. I keep having to explain myself just for the sake of yeah, well, right now we're building our new house. We sold our house. We're building a new one. It's going to take 6 to 7 months. And right now we're living with my parents while our new house is being built. So my office right now is kind of temporary. I made it look as my computer, my desk, and everything looks like it did at my old house. But right behind me is my dad's computer. So it's just kind of a temporary workspace, and I'm pretty excited to have a bigger space to mess with and make my own, you know. SWTOR Prospector, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support this afternoon, man. As my daughter begins to wiggle. It's only been 30 minutes. Man, for like 2 weeks, she's been taking 2 to 2.5 hour naps. And now it's like, yesterday she took 2 20-minute naps. And I was like, man, I love you, but I need to get some stuff done. Today, this is her first nap of the day, and she might be waking up. We'll see. She just put her head back down, but we shall see. Sometimes she goes back to sleep.
Just what Kashyyyk needs. A bunch of noisy clankers moving into the neighborhood. I suppose we should go be neighborly.
SWTOR Prospector, once again, thank you for the super chat and channel support this afternoon, man. I'm happy with the DLC for this game, but my dream maps are Mimban, the Holy City on Jeddah. Oh, okay. And, oh, what is Mimban? Do I know that? Do I know that? Have I seen that? Oh, it's in Solo? I don't know if I'm familiar with the planet name of that. Oh, it's where he was an infantryman. Oh, that'd be neat. That'd be a fun map. That would be very dark and gritty and yeah, that'd be interesting. That'd be a fun map for sure. I like those suggestions. My dream map right now, SWTOR, is Coruscant. I want more like close quarters urban combat maps. You know, that's kind of my dream. But yeah, like you said with Jeddah, 100% close quarters combat right there. Alleyways and arches and just like levels. You could have upstairs, downstairs to levels with balconies and all sorts of stuff. You could, I mean, I think there's a lot of potential for that. Do I think we'll see it? I don't know. I think their focus is probably on, well, right now it's obviously on prequel era, Clone Wars era stuff, which is fun. If I had to guess, and I'm not privy to any information and whatnot, but you know, it's just if you look at the cycle of updates they did, so I mean, you know, Last Jedi, Solo, they usually do an update for movies, so I think we can all guess that's going to be coming for Episode 9. Could be wrong, but that's my guess. But I would love a Coruscant map for sure. I don't know if we'll ever see a Jeddah map, to tell you the truth, in this game, but we shall see. We shall see. But I'm glad you're enjoying the DLC for the game. I am too. They've done a hell of a job, kind of. Not necessarily, you know. Well, I'm gonna say they've done a hell of a job, like bringing stuff that people love. You know, different eras, focusing on the Clone Wars for a different generation of Star Wars fans, and I've just been very pleased with that decision. You know, very pleased with that decision, and seeing how the game has grown since its inception in 2017, and just seeing how far it's come as a game. With all the content that they've given out, you know, they've done a good job for sure. But I appreciate that, SWTOR. And Will Meach, thank you for the super chat and channel support as well. Would you ever consider revealing your first name? You know, maybe in the future, whenever I meet people, meet viewers or meet other YouTubers, I always introduce myself as my first name. I never introduce myself as Hello Greedo first. To me, it's a little goofy. Look up, Hello Greedo. Dude, I'm like, what are you saying? You're a person. Tell me your fucking name. I get it. But you know, I don't know if I'll ever do that on the channel. The channel's just kind of a fun, you know, Star Wars silliness that I like doing the whole Stormtrooper character and playing it up a little bit here and there. If I ever do a fan meetup in the future at like a future celebration or something like that, and it would, there's no doubt that it would come out, I would think, but I would always introduce myself as my name, you know. But at the moment, I don't have any plans to. It's not that important to me. I've never like really needed any kind of crazy personal recognition. I've never needed any kind of like personal. I've never like needed that. I don't know how to describe it. I've never cared to have my personal being get recognition for the channel. Does that make sense? Is that weird to think? I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to explain it. But yeah, I'm sure eventually in the future I will, and it'll probably happen at like a celebration or some kind of meetup, you know. Sweet, my daughter's back to sleep. Awesome. But I appreciate that, Will. I know it's probably weird, but... And it's not for any, like, privacy reason. It's not really for any reason other than I think it's just kind of fun, you know, to have the mystery. People seem to like the mystery, and when I first started the channel, it was never a conscious decision to never show my face or never do anything like that. It was... I started seeing comments like, do a face reveal, take off your mask, blah, 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 blah. And people were like feeding into it, and I was like, okay, this is something that I can feed into as well and have a little fun with it, you know? So, that's the story then. But I appreciate that, man. Ouch. Have any fans ever found you in public? That's a good question. No, not probably in the way you're thinking. I have met a few viewers at certain events and stuff like that, and it's always a really fun experience. But no, like, nobody's recognized me out and about or anything like that, or my voice or anything. The closest to that was Eckert's Ladder. When I first met him in 2017, he walked up to me and he was like, hello. I can't remember how the exchange went, but basically he said he recognized me. He knew it was me at this event because of my wedding ring, which was kind of interesting. And I actually had, I can't remember who told me that as well, but somebody at EA Play did the same thing. They recognized me from my wedding ring. It's kind of neat. But I met, like I met Sean, Night of Sean, one of the mods here, at EA Play as well. I've met Dash Star. I've met Massive G at EA Play. Super nice guy. I met Bombastic. I met Cinematic Captures. I met Azatru. I've met a lot of cool YouTubers through this thing, and it's been a really neat experience. Obviously, Alex and Molly from Star Wars Explained. I've hung with them a few times. And I met Elliot from Battlefront Updates at EA Play, which I've been wanting to meet him for a long time, and we hung out, had some beers in my hotel room with Eckert's Ladder, Alex, and Molly, and it was a really fun time. Great little community to be a part of. Nice people. Yeah, oh yeah, no more hiccups. How did they go away? I need to find the spot in the live stream where they just disappeared. Awesome. Psychotic, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support, man. Oh, one sec. Get Bosk. Get Bosk. Nice, there we go. Psychotic says, please don't ever do a face reveal. Yeah, I don't know if I would ever do it on the channel. I'll never say never, I guess, but I just like the channel being its own little thing, you know. It's fun to me, and people seem to get a kick out of it as well. And it's not important to me to have any kind of, like, recognition or... I don't know. I don't know how to describe it, but... Yeah, I'm a little with you when it comes to the channel, Psychotic.
Republic is taking control of a command post.
I'm honestly surprised that nothing came out at EA Play. I hung out with everybody. I hung out with all the YouTubers. I went to bars with Steele Saunders and Ken Knapsack and Joseph Scrimshaw and those guys, and yeah. I've been talking to Steele for years, man. I did his podcast well before The Force Awakens came out, and we've just always kind of kept in touch. So it was really cool to finally meet him. How did you come up with your channel name, Darth something? So... I had, you know, I used to have a Greedo mask. I have one now, but it's not the original. It is the same exact type of Greedo mask that I had, a Don Post Greedo mask. The new one was given to me by Thaddeus, one of my buddies from the UK, and him and his wife stayed with me and my wife at our house when they were here at Disney World. And as a thank you, he gave me a Greedo mask. And I haven't worn it in the videos at all lately. I need to bring it back for some skits, but... So... Back in 2000 and I'm gonna say 7. No, was it 2007? Yeah, it was. I believe it was 2007. Back in 2007, there was a website called Justin TV, and it was kind of the first of its kind. It was like a live streaming website where you could turn on a webcam, broadcast yourself. Some people streamed so long on Justin TV. Some people did like 24-hour live streams and stuff like that. But I would occasionally put on my Greedo mask and act like an idiot. I'd probably cringe at some of the things that I said and the way that I acted on the stream. Not like anything offensive or crazy, just being like over the top silly. And I used to go on that website. My name was Hello Greedo. I just like the way it rolled off my tongue. This was back in 2007. So, whenever YouTube first became a thing, what was it, like 2008, 2009? I created the channel right when YouTube became a thing, and I had a YouTube channel called Hello Greedo with no videos on it until 2011. So yeah, it's not a very exciting story. I just, there's no real reason for the name. I just always liked the way it sounded. Yeah. But yeah. That's about it. Hello Greedo started on an old website that I don't even know if it exists anymore. And then, yeah, the channel sat dormant for years, and then in 2011, I got out of the Navy, and I was a little bored, and I was just like, you know what, and the Blu-rays came out, and I wanted to talk about those, and then I watched Angry Video Game Nerd and Red Letter Media, and I was like, okay, people are making fun stuff on the internet. I can make fun stuff, too. So I put on that Greedo mask and made a little video, and the rest is history.
Forces are securing a command post.
Alright. Get there to capture it with them. Get there to... I think Justin TV is Twitch now. Oh, no kidding. Really? Is that true? I didn't realize that. Interesting. Oh, wow. I had no idea that that was the case. That's really interesting. Well, that's kind of cool. Are you going to Celebration 2020? Probably not. Probably not. When it happens, I will be. I think it's the weekend before Celebration. I'm going out of town. Me and my friends do a yearly big cabin trip. You know, friends that I grew up with, went to high school with, and we've always kept in touch. And every year we rent a cabin in North Georgia, and this year we're renting a boat as well. And we always do whitewater rafting or fun shit for like 3 or 4 days up there and catch up and have a bunch of beers. And that weekend lands, I believe, the weekend before or after Star Wars Celebration. So, you know, I'm not going to be able to swing 2 weekends away in a row. I would just feel bad, too. I don't want to, you know. My daughter will be... Man, by then, my daughter will be... like 2.5 years, almost, like 2 years and 5 months or so. That's hard to believe.
Our forces are taking control of a command post. Cutting down.
Ginger's. Why do I want to say Ginger Zach? Ginger Jack, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support this afternoon, man. I greatly appreciate that, Jack. Would you like the? Oh, one sec. Let me come in here. Blasting away, and I'm dead. Ginger Jack! There's Z's in there, it's throwing me off. Ginger Jack, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support this afternoon, man. Would you like the idea of doing a podcast, just talking about Star Wars stuff with other YouTubers, Battlefront updates, etc.? I love the content, keep it up. I love that idea, absolutely. Ginger, let me find you. I actually did have Elliot on Hello Greedo Battlefront updates. So if you, this was from 2018. Here's a video. I just posted the link, Ginger. That's a video where I had Elliot on a live stream with me, and we were just hanging out, and it's basically a podcast. I had big ambitions to do a lot of those kind of stuff, a lot of those kind of things, and have different YouTubers on and kind of chit chat with them about YouTube and life in general. But for whatever reason, I just kind of, you know, I didn't pursue the idea anymore. Definitely because of a time thing, and as my daughter's gotten older, it's been harder to do like different projects like that. But yeah, you should definitely check that video out that I just posted, because it's probably something that's right up your alley if you're asking about a podcast with other YouTubers. I had a lot of fun doing that, and it was a really fun experience, and I would love to do it again with not only him but other YouTubers as well. But yeah, I appreciate that support, Ginger, and yeah, keep an eye out for any more like that. I've been wanting to get like Ken Knapsack on a Lightspeed Lounge podcast, and he's said he wants to too, but it's just like a matter of me finding the time to do it, you know. But I appreciate that support this afternoon, man. Alright, I will follow this guy. Oh, dead. Take a quick sip. Captain Waffle, the next Clone Wars video is probably going to be coming out early next week, if I had to guess. I watched an episode. I wrote a rough script. I need to finalize the script. I actually only got my green screen set up in my parents' house about 4 days ago or so. That's why a lot of my most recent videos have just been me sitting at the computer, other than the one that I just uploaded. So, I'm ready to go. I'm kind of in full gear with the channel and ready to go with the green screen set up and everything else. So, early next week is my guess when the next Clone Wars video will be going up. What's your level? What level is your Grievous, George? Oh, I don't know. Probably 0 or 1. I really don't know, man. I rarely play heroes or villains at all. You know, I love... Oh, I'm at the bottom of the leaderboard. I'm not paying attention. I rarely play heroes or villains. I always have fun when I do, but I just prefer playing as just a regular old blaster-wielding trooper. That's kind of why I play Battlefront, you know? Didn't realize upstairs wasn't the capture zone. Alright, I'm right behind you, K2. Oh, did I mess that up? Again? I'm not a smart man. Damn. Will you be streaming Jedi Fallen Order when it comes out? Oh, absolutely. Yep, I'm going to be streaming it from start to finish. I don't know if I'm going to play it all in one sitting. That's probably not possible for me, to tell you the truth. But I will definitely stream the entirety of the game. For sure. 100%.
Hello there. One's gonna kill me. The strongest defense is a swift defeat.
Our forces have captured a command post.
Alright. I'm following you, K2.
Someone's landing. Enemy leader, maybe. Really? Point grenade.
Damn. I appreciate you dropping in, Esteban. Thank you for hanging out for a little bit. What are some other games you like playing other than Battlefront? Paper Bag Man. Right now, I'm playing The Division 2 still. Occasionally, like I set my alarm this morning for 4:30. I woke up. I didn't play this morning, but sometimes I'll like run a mission or two, and then like, you know, I'll run a mission or two, and then it'll be like 5:15, and then I'll write a script and start making video stuff. But Right now, the Division 2, since it came out, really has been my go-to game. I just really enjoy it. It's kind of like a nice, relaxing... I don't know, it's fun. It's a really fun game. It's the best looter shooter I think that's ever been made. Other than that, my wife got me Rocket League for the Xbox for Father's Day. And I've really been enjoying playing that. I haven't actually played it online yet. I don't have an Xbox Live account. I don't really play very many multiplayer games on my Xbox, but I guess right now they're running a $1 Xbox Live deal or something like that, and I'll probably get that just for Rocket League. But so I've just been playing against the computer at night, you know, in bed, and it's a fun kind of... It's an addictive game for sure. It has like the same addictive qualities for me as Mario Kart, you know. Oh, I thought we were coming back.
Who is that? Someone's slaughtering our troops.
Nice. K2 is just dominating. Oh, ouch. Nice, just watch K2 kill some Darth. Oh, and Obi. Nice. Oh, and Grievous. This is a big battle right here. Droidica's there, though. I wish I could see his health. Man, I would instantly be dead. K2 saying, Obi-Wan, come back! Nice. Alright, spawn. Oh, shit. Spawned on you. Wow, we actually might come back if we keep this. Oh, maybe not. Ah, bummer. That was a good comeback attempt. I probably should have helped my team instead of watching K2's beautiful performance there. Alright.
Stop the separatists.
George, my favorite map? Well, for Capital Supremacy is definitely Naboo. I love Naboo Capital Supremacy. My overall favorite map, though, it's a little harder for me to pick. I still like Crate. Galactic Assault Crate is so much fun to me, but my favorite modes are smaller modes, like Extraction and Strike and even Blast. I really like those smaller modes. So, it's kind of hard for me to pick one because they're all, you know, the smaller modes are pretty similar, map-wise, you know. I don't know. My favorite map in the entire game might be Crate. I really like the flow of Galactic Assault Crate. I really do.
Let's find you a transport ship. You don't need to be a Jedi to know what those droids are up to.
All right, guys. That was. Oh, I'm gonna hang out with you guys for 2 minutes. How about that? We'll wait. We'll wait for the full hour to come. Let's see. So yeah, hang out with you guys for 2 minutes to the hour mark. Then we'll hop off, and I'll eat a late lunch, and yeah, I'll probably be back for more streaming tonight. We'll see. What was the first Star Wars book you read? Probably Shadows of the Empire. I still have it. The one that came out around the same time as the video game. And then it was the Phantom Menace novelization. I still have both of those books, and I got both of those at a book fair. That was probably, so in 99 I was 13. Well, when the movie came out, I was like 2 days away from 13. And then Shadows of the Empire, I'm not too sure when that came out. 97, 98, 96, around there. Do they still have book fairs at schools? I loved book fair day, man. I loved book fair day. They do? Okay, nice. Nice. That battle we just had was like something from a Clone Wars episode. Can't believe I survived that. Yeah, K2, Wayfez, I was just completely tuned in to your battle against the Grievous and Maul. That was a lot of fun to watch. That was a lot of fun to watch. But, alright guys. I'm gonna hop off here. Eat a late lunch. Maybe finish this Star Wars news script that I was writing this morning. And yeah. So, I appreciate everybody tuning in. I will be doing another stream tonight. If you haven't watched my most recent video, check it out. The algorithm is not being kind to it. It's very weird how some videos just shoot up and some don't. And I try, for the first time, I like tried to play the numbers game, the analytics game, and I don't know what I'm doing. Some people are so good at playing the analytics game. I'm not. But check out my most recent video. It's kind of a fun time capsule of 1977. But I appreciate everybody hanging out with me. Let me run down the list. Ginger Jack, thank you for the super chat and channel support. Psychotic, thank you for the super chat and channel support. Will Meach, thank you for the super chat and channel support. Subterrell Prospector, thank you for the super chat and channel support. Ryan Harp, thank you for the super chat and channel support. Took, thank you for the super chat and channel support. Hackenspock, thank you for the super chat and channel support. Desmore Quinn Reviews, thank you for the super chat and channel support. Carter Lovejoy, thank you for the super chat and channel support. AT Chat, thank you for the super chat and channel support. And Christopher Donahue, thank you for the super chat and channel support as well. Alright guys, until next time. Until tonight, if you want to hang out and play some more Battlefront. Or maybe something different, we'll see. I'll see you then. If I don't see you then, I'll see you next time. See ya! Now let's go with a different screen, how about that? We'll go with this screen so you can see the chat. Later!